Hey guys, another edition and the big time edition, the really big fight coming up this weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, September 13th, undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. This is the big one. This is probably the biggest fight since Mayweather and Pacquiao a little bit back in the day. But I personally, I'm a big fan of Canelo Alvarez, and I'm a big fan of Bud Crawford. So I've been looking forward to this one quite a bit due to, I think these two, with their records, are the two most dominant fighters of this generation, and it's a unique pairing, and it was a pairing that was kind of a complete surprise, really. But that's how boxing works sometimes. In boxing, there's really nothing new under the sun. Great fighters of the past have always gone up to prove themselves. Some of my favorite fighters: Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, way back in the day, Henry Armstrong, the three-time champion. These great fighters have gone up in weight. Mickey Walker, Harry Greb have gone up in weight to prove themselves and prove their greatness, actually. And we're on the eve of another one of those great fights. The undisputed super middleweight championship, two-time champion Canelo Alvarez, been a champion for quite some time. The natural super middleweight. He, in my eyes, I view Canelo Alvarez as one of the great fighters. I think personally, he's on a par with a Jake LaMotta. He is on par with a Marcel Cerdan. He is on par with a Dick Tiger and a Gene Fullmer. Phenomenal head movement, sharp counterpuncher. And then, of course, Bud Crawford on the other side. Sometimes people who predict these fights can go on and on and on with kind of a cookbook analysis, and Bud Crawford, a great fighter, probably the best switch hitter in boxing from different stances in the history of the sport. But what this fight will boil down to, Crawford has some intangibles that I would like to touch on. This is anecdotal, but an observation. In an interview a few months back, Bud Crawford was having an interview, and one of the pictures on his wall was the great Sugar Ray Robinson. And in that picture, Robinson was skipping rope, and Robinson was ever the showman, had a man on the drums, had a man on the trumpet, had a man on the saxophone, and during his training session, Robinson was conducting a jazz session. And that picture on the wall made me smile because it made me realize that Terence Crawford is a fighter that is after legacy. And Terence Crawford is a fighter that appreciates the true legends of the sport. I think what this fight is going to boil down to, and the main thing that I'll be watching, a lot of cookbook analysis, you can say, well, if Crawford fights from southpaw, Canelo's open for the left uppercut. And yeah, that's true, but instead of going into all of that, this fight is going to boil down to physicality. This fight is going to boil down to Crawford's ability to move the bigger man backward. I was watching a recent interview with Crawford's strength and conditioning coach, and also I've been observing the way Crawford's training, and needless to say, he is not skipping leg day. And what that tells me, I think that this fight is going to resemble more Evander Holyfield's fight with Mike Tyson then is going to resemble Sugar Ray Leonard's fight against Marvin Hagler. This fight is going to boil down to Crawford's ability to clinch and to stop Canelo's forward progress. And it's also going to boil down to Crawford's ability to walk Canelo backward and make him reset. This is going to be the main thing that I'm looking for in the fight. Crawford rather, his ability to stop Canelo's forward offensive progressions. And I think that's going to be the key to the fight. Crawford, complete fighter. He is going to be fighting at a higher weight, which is going to be a much higher energy expenditure per each round. Another thing to take into consideration, while Canelo will be the aggressor, he is not someone who forces a fast pace. Canelo likes a more laid-back pace. And so Crawford is not really going to be pushed hard from an exertion point and from a movement standpoint. And while Canelo is the bigger man from the bigger weight class, his stature and reach are that of a welterweight or a junior middleweight. And so Crawford is not going to be having to fight a taller or a longer opponent, against Canelo. Canelo is great, but he doesn't have those physical dimensions to really push Crawford stylistically. Anyway, as far as a prediction, guys, I had gone back and forth, and initially I had thought Canelo would win this fight, but I have changed my mind, and I believe Crawford will have the physicality to hold off Canelo, and Crawford definitely has an advantage stylistically. I think Crawford's footwork is excellent, albeit at the lighter weights, but I think his footwork is excellent. I think his training team goes through every scenario very well, and I think Crawford is prepared to move as he needs to. Like I said, his footwork is always on point, and he will be moving in and out. And also, I think he will demonstrate the ability to clinch Canelo, and what I am looking for is his ability to push Canelo backward, walk him backward in the clinches. And I think Crawford will be able to do this, and I think he wins a unanimous 12-round decision. Terence Crawford will be 3-time undisputed champion. Have a good day, guys.